It's fine. Go ahead.
Welcome back. It's been a while. I think the last stream we've had on this channel all the way back a month ago when Arsenal drew with Next Level. I'm here in person today. I'm for this evening. It is quite loud.
Sometimes the bomb might explode without any warning.
The lyric is saying the ball will explode without any warning. I'm very concerned about the pace these balls are being thrown. But with me being here in person, I'm sure you can have the starting lineup for tonight. It's a bit on night here in Arizona. It is a little bit on the hot side, but with the cloud cover, temperatures actually are at 93 degrees currently. The sun will be setting in about 17 minutes. Low tonight of 73. We will obviously not be hitting that as we are set to get underway. It is a battle of the East and West Valleys as Arizona Arsenal are facing Union Maricopa, a team that Arizona Arsenal lost to in the UPSL finals in the spring of last year. Maricopa kickoff going from left to right, Arsenal going from right to left. Maricopa in their traditional maroon kits, Arsenal in their traditional whites. As the moon slowly rises on the East Valley and just to the right of the Superstition Mountains, it is, like I said earlier, a beautiful night for soccer. Hey, go. Currently, we have 8 people on this stream. Welcome. For those that have just for us today.
Good.
The player from Union Maricopa is their number 10 on the ball.
Easy, Miguel. Easy. Hey, I like the idea there, yeah?
Now a chance here for Union Maricopa to get an early goal here. Good piece of defense from Jake Underwood. And Darrow's looking to play up to Ben Brock. Brock chasing. Just gets. Crosses in. Chances. Just not taken there by Brian Sassana. First real shot at goal. It's a little bit of a low shot. Didn't have much power here, but the first chance goes to Arsenal as Union Maricopa will be kicking this one out straight off to the head of Marcos Hernandez. Union Maricopa is swinging the bat. Ty in the chat earlier. I'm going to give him another congratulations for Ty on his position, as he is now a member of the Chicago Fire staff. There's an offside call there. Going to be a free kick. This will be taken by Herrera. This is the first time that he is the starting keeper today. Not very often you see any soccer player wear the number 0, but UPSL does allow it, and actually looks quite good on Ivan. And here come Arsenal. It's Vidana, the captain. Pass this along the right. Ball's out of play for an Arsenal throw. Ball's going to be played along the back. Marcos Hernandez, who's going to pass this along to LaRusi. Let's see. Delanteros. I don't know if you can quite hear all the chatter on the pitch here tonight, but rest assure you there is plenty. All about to play Union Maricopa ball. Brock tried to cross it in. It's going to be out of play for a corner for Arsenal. First corner of the night for either side. There's like a vitamin water down here. But it is going to get ahead of one of the Arsenal players, but it's going to be cleaned up by Union Maricopa for the time being. Madonna might take a shot here. Doesn't. It's going to be passed up a little bit too far. I believe there would have been an offside either way. That almost hit me. That's fun. On the AirPods. I don't know where it's coming from. It seems like all right, we're back. Yeah, no, I'm pushing it on. Thank you. Ball's going to be played back to Union Maricopa. It will be an amazing day when we get back into our booth. But seeing everyone up close does make the game almost feel completely different. It does get hard to see the people on the far side of the pitch here. That's going to be intercepted by Blake Lynch. Lynch, you can cross this in here. He's opting to stay on the run. That's a good piece of defending from the Maricopa defender. And they finally signal a corner. Corner taken. And back out to Vidana. Outside. Antonio Perez. One, Union Maricopa. And straight back out. Union Maricopa. That ball looks how to play it is. Arsenal thrown out. Inch on the throw. It's going to be a long one. Arsenal in the box here still keeps. Free kick Union Maricopa. It's going to be a long one. They're off the head. Now Union Maricopa here on the attack. That could be a foul. As a foul. Might be a card as well. I believe could be.
Shade!
Union
Keep
Maricopa
going,
on the
Miguel.
free
Keep
kick.
going, Miguel.
It's a low one, but it's been saved by Pereira. Now this can be cleared out to Landeros. Landeros.
Hold it.
Calls out play for an Arsenal corner. Corner taken here. Arsenal could get their first goal of the game. They will not. It's going to be another corner. Another corner taken out, swinging. Headed by Perez and right over everything. And out for a goal kick. Want to the people on the stream? Welcome to everyone that is joining. I do have a question for anyone who is technologically savvy. I am trying to keep access to my lineups that are on my iPhone, but my iPhone keeps turning off on me. Does anyone know how to keep it on for the remainder of the night? If anyone can, I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you. Here come Union Maricopa on the other wing. Good bit of play here from the number 10. Deflected and out of play for a corner. Oh, there's the button. Okay. Let's go with another thing. I'll remind myself of that afterwards. There we go. All right, I figured it out. Now I should be able to have access to everything for the rest of the night. Huzzah. Corner to be taken by that number 10 who had the opportunity there. And now it's still a chance for Union Maricopa. Bodies flying everywhere. Still Union Maricopa ball for the time being. And that's the number 19. Gonna take it back out. Look to widen the space for everybody. Still Arsenal fiercely defending. and just misplayed by the Union Maricopa number 19. And now the Arsenal number 20, Gabe Waters, on the ball here, looking to pass it back to Lynch and finds him. Lynch back to Waters, and Waters looking to get it up the field, but can't quite find his player. Oh my goodness. I don't know if we can get a zoom out, and I don't think pictures could do it justice, but the sun appears to have cleared out just a little bit, and you can see the purple and yellow of the clouds. It's genuinely a beautiful sight, something that pictures can't do justice, but it's the glory of living in Arizona, especially when it gets cloudy. And better yet, no sign of rain, no chance of rain. However, we're right next to the Gateway Airport, and I believe the Gateway Airport seems to be close when it comes to wild weather. Seems to have lightning all over the place. Here's Waters now. Landeros. Good bit of defense there from Union Maricopa, and the Desert Gunners will reset. Still on. And Sassano was fouled. Free kick. And I'm getting bit by a bug. Great. Just another day at the office, I suppose. My goodness. My kingdom for a press box. Anyway, free kick for Arizona Arsenal. Looks like Marcos Hernandez and Gabe Waters over it. Decent crowd here tonight on this beautiful Mother's Day evening. It'll be a short free kick played to Waters. Waters will cross this and trying to look for Perez. He finds Ben Brock. It's going to be a handball called. Free kick Union Maricopa. It took a second to figure out. Losing the yellow card assessed. I believe it's on Tony Perez, the number 24. Goal called off for a handball. But still a chance here for Arsenal. Again, Ben Brock, he's on the break. Can he finish? Good play by the keeper, but he's well out of his position. Chipped in and scores. That one will count. Tony Perez gets the first goal of this game inside 20 minutes, and it's 1-0 Arsenal. For realsies this time. Arsenal have a 1-0 courtesy of the Tony Perez goal. I believe that came unassisted. And it's 1-0 Desert Gunners. And the boys in the white and teal looking to pile on the pressure. Brock just can't get to it. Keeper will hold. Just able to keep it in. And a couple switch the field. And a good header there. Oh, dear. Gabe Waters called for the foul here. Free kick quick. Even help on the ball again. Crosses in. out of the way and out for the time being. Like Lynch. It's up there. There's Landeros. Got Brock on his left and Donna on his right. He goes to Brock. And Brock looking to cut inside and take a shot. He's going to take a long shot. It's nowhere near. But it took a deflection. It's going to be a corner. Am I muted right now? No, okay. I thought I was muted for a second. Another corner for Arizona Arsenal. They've been dominating early here. That ball is gone over over the over the net, over the fence. Someone's gonna have to get to that eventually. But as of now, it's a goal kick for Union Maricopa. Don't have access to our ball boys and ball girls tonight, as it is Mother's Day. They're all spending time with their families, as they rightfully should. Goal kick for Union Maricopa. It's going to be taken, I believe, by a defender. And confirm he's going to take a very long free kick. Nearly goes 3/4 of the field. Taken away by Marcos Hernandez. Now to Perez. Perez trying to find a sprinting Lynch who's playing his first start at home this season. A key contributor in the regular season championship for Arsenal last season. And Arsenal in control totally at the moment. It's Pedro Landeros. Landeros to Brock. Brock. Good idea from Brock, but he couldn't find Landeros. Landeros wins the ball and gets taken out for a foul. Another free kick for Arizona Arsenal. Don't quite know if a card was given for that. I don't believe so. Vidana over the free kick. And in fact, yes, it has can confirm it was indeed a yellow card for their number 10. Going to be Vidana on this free kick. It's indirect. Going to try to loop this into the corner and get it off the heads of one of the Arsenal attackers. Cross comes in. Does go off somebody, but does not find the net. It went off two of the Arsenal players, neither of whom could get it on target. It's a goal kick. Gosh, all the colors of the sky are amazing. You see not only is there orange and purple on our left, and to our right is the full moon, and that's a near loss of possession for Union Maricopa. And Arsenal deflected out of play. Union Maricopa's full throw, but it's a full moon tonight. The I guess now we can actually talk more about it here as we're going to take a water break. I don't, Brian, is there any way you can zoom out and just scan the field, or is it only follow the ball? Yeah, if you can, please, thank you, because it needs to be seen to be believed how beautiful our landscape is. Obviously, you got the Superstition Mountain on the in the northwest corner of the field, but you also got the purple sky as we slowly zoom around. There's the Superstition Mountains right there, and then it changes color suddenly if we keep going. It's blue, 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 nice dark blue color, and then to our right, I don't know if it's visible. Yes, it is visible. There's the full moon on our right. It obviously looks a lot bigger in person than on our cameras, but it's just a whole cacophony of
this guy that Vincent Van Gogh would be jealous of and probably would paint. If Vincent Van Gogh were alive, he'd probably have at least one picture of the Valley of the Sun. There's the full moon. It is beautiful tonight. Don't know anything about the full moon. Is that it is made of? All I know is that it's may or may not be made of cheese, but I can't test. I can't confirm nor deny that. I've never been to the moon. And I've never asked Neil Armstrong. Is he alive? If he's still alive, I never asked Neil Armstrong if the moon is in fact made of cheese. If it was made of cheese, that would actually be honestly. It would not have surprised me if America would have colonized the moon by now, just purely for the demand of cheese. But you know what? Let's just assume the moon is in fact made of rocks, although it looks very yellow tonight. Beautiful sight nonetheless. As the water break ends, much deserved water break. It's still very, despite the fact that it feels quite nice, it is still very hot out. It's 93 degrees. Thank you so much. Union Maricopa will get the throw in on this beautiful night here in the valley. Oh my goodness! Sorry, I sent this stream to a couple of my friends, and one of them is watching tonight, and they're concerned about how I'm claiming that the moon is made. I am not claiming the moon is made of cheese. It may be made of cheese, but it also may not be made of cheese. If it was made of cheese, it probably would be Swiss. The moon is probably made of Swiss cheese, and no one can convince me otherwise. Apparently. Anyway, here's Union Maricopa on the attack. Back to serious business now. That nearly finds the bottom corner of Ivan Pereira's net. But goes out of play. That was a very, very good chance for Union Maricopa's number 17, but it just misses wide. Pereira will take the goal kick here. And I will take a drink of water. Very refreshing in this time of night. Honestly, it might be a good idea to go hiking in Brown Mountain. I know that I don't know if they leave it open, but it would be a really nice thing to do later tonight if I do desire. I am wearing slacks today. I came from a Mother's Day dinner with my mom and my aunt and uncle. That was quite fun. Anyway, here come Arsenal. I have play for a goal kick. Another good chance there. I believe it was Ben Brock. They switched wings and I've played for a goal kick, which is immediately hit. I admire people who can give a good header. I've always tried to hit a header in all the little pickup games that I would play with my friends. I've never been able to do it properly. Now here come Arsenal. That's a nutmeg, but you can't quite follow up on it. Still there for Union Maricopa. It's the number 8 now. Got time. Gonna pass this to the number 17 who's gonna be called offside. That's if we calls the call. Here come Arsenal. That's a really good spin there from Cicena to Waters. Landeros is on the end of it. He's onside. Still Landeros. Beats his man. Tries to cross it in. Still on. Gage Waters. Curls it just wide. Another chance for Arsenal here. It's been a Arsenal have had the majority of the possession, but Union Maricopa threatening nonetheless. There's a reason why they have that spring championship on their pedestal. They don't recognize a good portion of their players. Obviously, there's a lot of turnover in American soccer when you go up to the next level. Of course, you got USL 2, which is about the same level, but then you have USL 1 and the USL Championship. And just out of play, throw in. Buck just can't quite keep it in. Speaking of the obviously a lot of scores that there's a lot of games that happened last weekend. Here is some coverage of it, starting with Chicago Fire, Ty's new team. They beat Atlanta United 2-1. Toronto FC beat DC United 2-0. That's going to be headed back to Wonders. They're from Union Maricopa. Minnesota, a demolition job on Messi's Inter Miami. They win 4-1. Red Bulls beat Galaxy 7-0. Cincinnati beat Austin 2-1. CF Montreal beat NYCFC 1-0. Columbus and Philadelphia, a tie between the Union and the Crew. Same goes for Orlando City and Revolution. The Philadelphia tying 2-2 with Columbus and Orlando City tying 3-3 with New England. The two new teams on the block, San Diego FC and St. Louis FC, played each other. It's San Diego FC victory 2-1. FC Dallas tied with Real Salt Lake. One Real Salt Lake getting a red card for their troubles. Nashville SC beat Charlotte FC 2-1. Seattle Sounders beat the team that must currently not be named because I'm still very salty about that U.S. Open Cup match 3-1. San Jose Earthquake beat Colorado Rapids 2-0, and Portland Timbers beat Sporting Kansas City 1-0. In the lone game today, Vancouver Whitecaps and LAFC draw 2-2. That's going to be cleared out here. That goes over the head of 18. It's a breakaway chance for Ben Brock. Ben Brock has the pace, and he still has it. Ben Brock, tap and goal. It's 2-0 Desert Gunners. Ben Brock had the pace and beat the defender, and it's a 2-0 game just outside the 30, just under the 35th minute of the first half. Speaking of that U.S. Open Cup match, the Phoenix Rising unfortunately lost 4-1 to the team that once again must not be named at the moment. USL Championship results, they played their 10th match day of the season. And we start in North Carolina where they beat OCSC 1-0. Rhode Island and Monterey Bay tie at 1. Loudoun United destroy Lexington SC 5-1. Hartford Athletic and Detroit City FC with a 0-0 draw. Rowdies unable to conquer the Battery. The Battery 3-1 victors there. Louisville City FC and Riverhounds tie at 0-0. Tulsa and Locomotive also tie. They tie at 1-1. The Roots get revenge for their Oakland Coliseum defeat against San Diego FC 2-1, the final score there. A team from the East came to face Phoenix on Saturday, and Rising come out 2-1 victors. Indy 11 and Sacramento Republic tie at 1, and Switchbacks and Knights tie at 0-0. And an injury on the play, and considering the heat, it most likely is related to cramping. Let me just I just got something from like a guy on the street. The play was made so fast that our cameraman couldn't catch it. We'll catch it next time, of course. It's just one of those things. It's not a manned camera. We're do I don't have I don't have like a thing that's on me, but our camera's actually controlled by remote. It's quite nice. It's actually quite nice. Um, as the Union Maricopa captain is the man that comes off here. But yeah, I'm not gonna press any buttons on it. But obviously, but it's a remote that you can zoom in and zoom out on, and we'll be doing a little more zooming in. However, um, it is really it is really nice. Like, unfortunately, we can't lock onto the ball with this thing, at least not to my knowledge. So it's just one of those things where like there's still like you still have to move it. Like, I don't know if I just moved it to the left. I didn't. Oh yeah, I did. Yay! I do camera work now. Look at me go. I should be a YouTuber. Speaking of YouTubing, I actually did try a interesting concept from Wednesday. There were three games that went on. Obviously, we had the Phoenix Rising game against Houston Dynamo, which the less I talk about that game, the better. That was painful. We made it to extra time, but I mean, it was an MLS side. They have the better resources and everything. We can't not really much to do about that. But we were close. We were close. We made it to extra time, and that's where I thought we would be able to get like a, just one goal and make it to where everyone was tired out. But it's the magic of the cup. Hopefully, we do well or a little better next season as Ben Brock looks to cross it in. We might get a third here. Ben Brock crosses in just a little bit too far and out of play for a Union Maricopa throw. But I also went to see the D-backs and Mets game, and that game made me angry because we lost 7-1. Because of course we did. The D-backs cause me pain, no matter what they do. As the ball's going to be played back to the goalkeeper who slips on the attempt to clear that ball out and out of play for Union Maricopa throw. I also went to a high school baseball game at Tempe Diablo Stadium, which is one of my favorite spring training facilities. It is my favorite. That would be Schalt Rivers Fields. Like, there's no beating that facility, but Tempe Diablo, it's really nice. Has some character. I went to a spring training game there. And the Angels have a soft spot in my heart for. I don't exactly know the reason. I think it might just be because I like their colors. That's a good save from Pereira. However, yeah, I end up getting like a decent bit of footage here. The main thing is that I just need to cut it out to just make sure like what can stay in, what can go out, because I don't know what I'm doing. This is the most YouTube exposure I really get. That's offside, unfortunately. Brock, he does have a ton of pace. Lance could probably run 3 laps around the track before I can run one. If he keeps that pace up, my goodness. And Brock has some proper professional soccer pace, and he's been able to beat a couple of defenders already today. They're going to take a quick free kick, but Brock there to cover up Brock and Perez in the forward area. They're going to take a long one. Goes over the head of Underwood to the number 19, who nearly got himself on the scoreboard, but ball's going to be out of play. Arsenal throw. Nearing the end of the first half now. Ball's going to be thrown in. And straight back to Union Maricopa, who's going to pass this back. Didn't he just touch that with his hands? Okay, no, I'm crazy. Once again, we don't have the best angle of that here. I'm like right at field level. No one else saw it, so I'm just going to assume I'm insane. Chances here for Union Maricopa. Good save by Pereira. Still on the chance, another save by Pereira. It's a corner kick. Two great saves by Ivan Pereira, and it's going to force Union Maricopa to have to get a goal from a corner. Get the replay there. Good defending here. Cross comes in now. Off the leg of a Union Maricopa player now to play for a goal kick. Can't confirm it is a goal kick. I think we're the it's us and one other field that are the only active fields on the entire facility. There's no one in the no one in the basketball facility, no one in field house B, no one in field house C. It's just us. As the summer slowdown for anything in Arizona is starting. Tony Perez, that one's a good piece of defending from the Union Maricopa defender out of play. It's going to be a Arsenal throw. Going to be taken by Blake Lynch. Thrown here by Lynch. Off the head of Perez. Off the foot of Brock and just wide. Deflected off Union Maricopa player for a corner. 2-0 Arsenal as we approach the 41st minute as we pass the 40th. It'll be an outswinging corner here. And it goes off the foot of a Union Maricopa defender, chance for a counter. But not the greatest touch from the Union Maricopa attacker. Still there. But Arsenal will play this back to their goalkeeper. Herrera. LaRusi. Underwood. Still Underwood. He's been given ample amounts of time. Lynch. A bit of a 1-2 with Hernandez, and it's back to Lynch and now out of play for a Union throw. Ben Brock on the attack here. Good bit of skill there from Ben Brock. Gonna pass this up. Lenderos just wide. Nice low shot, just a little bit wide. If it had a little bit more curve, it would have bounced off the post and in. As it is, it's still 2-0 Arsenal, but all the momentum seems to be on the Desert Gunners' side. Football fans doing nobody. It goes over both of the number 16s. And now pass back from Malusi to Pereira. Had to be careful with it, but he does get it up to Hernandez. Hernandez finds Waters. Waters. Lynch back to Waters. Waters looks for Brock and finds him, but just couldn't keep control. No, pushed out wide again. To the Union Maricopa number 16, one of the defenders. It's straight back. The Arsenal for the time being, but bit of battling going on here. It's going to end up at the feet of Landeros, who looks for Brock and finds him. Brock Cuts inside. He's got a shot in. It's off the ball. It's off the post. Off the right post and out. And out of play for a Union throw. Could have been 3 right there at the end of this first half. But even still, there's still time to get a goal for both Arsenal and Maricopa. But as of right now, Arsenal have all the momentum in the world. What almost feels like a revenge game, albeit a lot of these Union Maricopa players don't look too familiar. Maybe a new team entirely. Considering how good those Union Maricopa players were, that might be offside by a mile. Perez, yeah. Yeah. Although I may not have the ref experience, the highest refereeing I have is Arizona Recreation Sports. I was able to tell that that was offside. They don't even give us They don't even give us those yellow uniforms. We stick with the black and white stripes. They look like a fan of Newcastle United. And wait around. No, something. There's going to be 4 minutes of added time here at the conclusion of the 45, which is understandable, combining the water break with the injury that happened earlier this first half. Plenty of time for either one of these teams to score, and that could be Union Maricopa, but it's going to be deflected out for a corner. Deflected off LaRusi, says the referee. And that one's still there for Union Maricopa. Deflection off of a Arsenal player. Union looking for a penalty. They're not going to get it. Instead, they might have to worry about a counterattack. It's Ben Brock on the ball, but he can't quite keep it. It's going to be out of play for an Arsenal throw. Good play by Union Maricopa to recenter their focus and stop the counterattack, but it's still Arsenal ball. So we just passed the 45-minute mark and are starting into the additional time phase of this first half. It's Gage Waters now. He's going to pass it out to Lynch. Lynch gets a touch and keeps possession. Still Blake Lynch. Lynch trying to go around to the right of this defender. Can't quite get to it. Blake Underwood now. Underwood, he's been given plenty of time here. He's going to opt to pass to Waters, who's charged from behind by a attacker from Union Maricopa who plays decent defense but can't quite get the ball off of the feet of Waters. It's Underwood. He finds Lynch, who loses the ball to a Maricopa defender. Herrera just outside the box. He's going to put this at his feet. Good pass this to LaRusi. Changes his mind last minute and passes it to Hernandez. Hernandez to Underwood. Underwood, he's got a couple of people on the line here. It's Ben Brock, who rips, causing a Union Maricopa player to trip according to the referee. I couldn't quite tell what happened there, but either way, it's going to be a foul on Brock, and it's a free kick. As we approach the last minute of stoppage time. As a bug also flied into my eye. That's lovely. Now a chance here for Union Maricopa to make this a game again. Physical contact here. Still on for number 17. Just be careful that he doesn't put too much contact in. Perez can't quite get to it. And now gets to it. It's another lost ball for Union Maricopa. They need to get back and get back quickly. It's Tony Perez. He's going to pass it to the number 20, Gabe Waters, who scores to make it 3-0 Arizona Arsenal at the dying minutes of the first half. Beautiful goal by Gabe Waters. And it is 3-0 Desert Gunners. Wait. Well, I'm an idiot. Apparently, it was, according to everyone else except for me, it was Brian Sassano. This is why we have people double check. It, Marcos Hernandez talking to the refs, and ref is having none of it. Luckily, he doesn't get carded. And Becerra is telling him, "Hey, we're up 3. Stop talking, please." That ball's going to be played by the number 10, who's had a relatively decent game. He had a pretty good start to it, and he's got the pace. Will he beat Marcos Hernandez to the ball? No. Hernandez on it. Because we approached in the first half. It's the Sassano goal that makes it 3-0. And it's been quite a good first half for Arizona Arsenal. The best half they've played, at least at home, all season. That that is the end of the first half. There's an Arsenal very dominant early on and continuing that domination through the entire half. At the end of the first half, it's Arizona Arsenal 3, Union Maricopa Raiders 0.
Where's the thing?
Right there. 15, yeah.
Not nearly.
No, I didn't bring one. Okay.
All right. We are just about set to start the second half of this one-sided affair at the moment. Arizona Arsenal dominating Union Maricopa 3-0 at the moment, but this is a game of two halves, not a game of just one. Oh my god! And there's a little bit of confrontation, which you never want to see. But we're about set to start the second half here. So let's see if they use that pent-up frustration for good or bad. Pent-up anger. See if Arsenal keep the pressure on, they're going to play back. Considering war, the war of words, my guess is that Arsenal will keep the pressure on, but it is a 90-minute game, not a 45-minute sprint. But it is, like I said earlier, a game of two halves. Quick shot in, and just wide and out of play for a goal kick. Arsenal with the opening salvo quite early. Long ball out. Union Maricopa on, it's their number 10 again. He's their main man, it seems. They still got those two strikers up front. They switched out the number 17 for the number 13. Let's see if that number 13 can get them some progress. So far, it's a no. And they're rather LaRusi trying to get something going here, but does does force the ball off a Union Maricopa defender and out of place for a throw. Not the greatest touch by the number 13 of Union Maricopa, and now another opportunity for Arsenal. Oh, it's a free kick for Arsenal. That's one of the new guys on. It's or not the one of the new guys on. It is just Sano. I don't think Arsenal made any changes. If they, I don't think they did actually. It's only Maricopa that made any changes. Here's Waters will go over this free kick. Waters on the free kick. Curved in just over the bar. And out for a goal kick. Out of play Union Maricopa throw. Just getting started here in the second half. Only 5 minutes in. Still 3-0 Arsenal. No strikes as of yet. Herrera finds Lynch. Go up the middle here. Try looking for Susano. Can't quite find him. Now for the Union Maricopa number 43. He's on the ball. Tried to play it out and will successfully get it past Waters and find their number 17, who is in fact still on the field. Susano looked to make a play on that ball. Couldn't quite get to it. Union Maricopa looking to go quick. They need 3 goals in 45 minutes. Or, yeah, they're 40 minutes now. What was that play? Obviously, my assumption is that we're going to have another water break. Despite the fact that it is cooling down, it's still 89 degrees outside. The heat doesn't really get to you um, unless you're doing all this running, in which case soccer is a very cardio-heavy sport. There is a lot of running, so my assumption is that there will be a water break, unless I'm told otherwise. But that'll add at least 2 minutes of added time, so... As of right now, it's a Union Maricopa corner. Looks like it's going to be an in-swing one. It's taking a left footer. And away, and now Perez, another chance for a counter. Ben Brock on it. Good piece of defense from the number 4 of Union Maricopa. And out of play for a Arsenal throw. Chance here for Ben Brock. Brock still on it. And out of play for a Arsenal corner. In swing corner. Off Hernandez, but can't quite get it. And the Rooster will play this back. Another cross in. Lynch over everything, but doesn't quite make it to the other field. There's a ball there for Union Maricopa to play, and they will play it almost immediately. Chance here for a counterattack now. No one's there on that side, including a Union Maricopa player. If there was a Union Maricopa player in there, it would definitely been in. There was no one on that right side for Arsenal. That ball is going to be out of play. It's going to be a throw. Play has slowed down just a tiny bit. Still very physical, still very aggressive. Two teams that do have history. As stated earlier, they did play in a championship game little 10 months ago to the year. Now Union Maricopa, they were looking to get themselves a goal here. Long distance shot over the bar, over the fence, over everything, and out for a goal kick. One of our Arsenal staff will be going to grab that. Ferraro to take the goal kick. Perez takes a deflection off a Union Maricopa player, but accidental deflection means the goalkeeper can back pick it up. Union Maricopa going quick as expected. They're looking to get themselves a goal. Can't quite get it. Goes up the chest of Waters. But Union Maricopa immediately get that ball back. It's the number 10 again. Got pace. It's going to be a foul on Underwood. And Underwood will be booked with the yellow card. The assistant referee and fourth official call for calm here. You can feel the tension slowly increase here. And if Union Maricopa get a goal, the tension will rise by about 50%. The Union Maricopa base did want more of a punishment than the yellow that Underwood did receive, but we're going to get a substitution here. It's going to be the number 10 for Arsenal coming in. Number 10, Joseph Rodriguez. Don't know if he's getting on quite yet. Handing a substitution card to the fourth official. That's right now, no change yet. Right now, a very important free kick for Union Maricopa if they want to get back in this game. 55 minutes in. Referee gives the whistle. It's going to be the number 10 on it. He's going to fake it out. Now it's the number 43 on it. He fakes it out. And that is a great save by Ivan Barrera. It's a corner for Union Maricopa. Union Maricopa free kick strategy was perfect there, but Pereira was better to it and makes a fantastic save. Union Maricopa still on that ball here. Frustration when they're playing for Union Maricopa. They had a really good chance there, but it was well saved by Pereira. And now a possible Arsenal counter, but they don't quite get it. Will slip on the freshly sprinkled turf. That is going to play to training for both the Club World Cup and the Gold Cup. Wait, wouldn't it be something if Inter Miami were to train around here? I doubt they will. As it's going to be Tony Perez to come off for Joseph Rodriguez. It's the first sub Arsenal have made tonight. Let's see what the number 10 can do up top as he replaces Tony Perez. Throwing for Union Maricopa. It's going to be played by their number 17 who loses the ball. Couldn't quite keep control of it. Now it's going to be to Waters. Waters looking for finds him. They're going to pass this ball back. It's going to be to Pereira. You'll find Lynch. Lynch going to pass this back to Underwood. He is on a card. Underwood. Long, long crossing attempt. And finds the Union Maricopa keeper. Not the greatest header in the world. That one's going to be going back. Marcos Hernandez chasing that ball. He was able to get it just before it crossed the baseline. It's going to be deflected. Now the number 17 of Union Maricopa chance here, and that's going to be deflected out for a corner for Union Maricopa. They're definitely playing better in this second half. One more aggressive. Two substitutions for Arsenal coming shortly as they report to the fourth official. As of right now, it's a corner for Union. Union Maricopa also reporting a sub. Both of them will be coming on in the next substitution. The number 14 of Union Maricopa. Union to take the corner. It's going to be in swinger. And I cannot speak for the life of me where that went. It's saved by Pereira. It's going to be cleared out. That hits a Union Maricopa player. They still have a chance to attack here. I have to stand up for this because now it's a chance on a counter. Brock might be offside here. And is, in fact, off. And the substitutions can come on now. Number 12 for number 12 and number 5 for Arsenal will be coming on. I think my sheet might be wrong. It's actually number 13 and number 5. Jack Taylor and Marco Perez to come on and replace Underwood and Sassano. Number 14 for Union Maricopa also coming on. He will replace the number 19 of Union. Underwood comes off. 2 fresh new defenders. The defenders obviously the more important part at the moment to try and defend this 3-0 lead. Still Union on the ball here, but they can't quite keep it on. And that is a foul that results in a free kick for Arizona Arsenal. Crosses in from Jack Taylor. Might still be in here. Just goes out of play. Jack Taylor, that's his first touch of the ball. Good idea on the cross, but just can't go fine. The number 10 of Union Maricopa on the ball. He played right against number 17. Number 10 on it. Still the number 10. Good piece of defending from Landeros. Here come Arizona Arsenal. Brock is onside according to the referee. Crosses in, looking for Rodriguez. Can't quite find him. Out of play. It goes off of a Arsenal player for Union throw. Another sub coming on here is Ansu Kane, the number 9. Been playing striker most of the season, so my assumption is that he's going to be replacing either Brock. Replacing Bianca. Chance here for Arsenal again, but good piece of defending from Union Maricopa, who will clear this out and out of play. Ansu Kane will indeed come in to Ben Brock. And Ben Brock and Tony Perez both having very good games. Another sub coming on here. It's going to be the number 11 for Arsenal, Brian Asaji. He's not coming on just yet, but he will be the next sub coming in. Throwing for Arsenal. It's going to be taken by Taylor. I'll be looking for the ball. Can't quite. Hernandez tried to get it on. Now he does have the ball. It's Joseph Rodriguez. Cuts out to the outside and keeps his balance. Tackle. Asaji, no foul called on that one either. There's a lot of bodies everywhere, and that's going to nearly result in a Union Maricopa counter, but Jack Taylor does well to keep it on. Now Nutmeg's a man. Now cleared out. This ball's going all over the place at the moment. Blake Lynch on the race with number 17 of Union Maricopa. Number 17 wins that race. Goes past Perez and wait. Into the net. That is a goal, I'm assuming? I can't quite tell. There may have been okay, so it can't confirm it. Fourth official talking with the Union Maricopa coach. It is a goal. It's 3-1. The number 17 of Union Maricopa does get it. As the Union, as the substitution for Arsenal can commence. As we are approaching the 65th minute, it's going to be Ryan Asaji coming on for Adnan Larousse. More defenders here. It's a 2-goal game now. Still plenty of time on the clock. But a goal here for Arsenal could very much seal the win now. That's Perez. Plays it to Taylor, who plays it to Lynch. Lynch back to Perez. Waters now. Gonna look back to the other side. Can find Landeros. Finds Kane. Crosses in, trying to look for Asaji and can't quite find him. It's a goal kick that will be taken quickly, or at least as quickly as Union Maricopa can. And now Union Maricopa, this is their chance to possibly make Arsenal sweat a little bit here. It's the number 4 now. This game can turn on its head in an instant, especially with the way that Union Maricopa very much charging up the field now. It's the number 4 of Union Maricopa to the number 10. Who just wins it here, and it's going to be out of play for a throw-in. Okay, yes, that is a throw-in for Union Maricopa. Good defense there from Arsenal. Ball's going to be crossed. It's going to be well too high. There's some dust blowing onto the field now as the wind starts to pick up. It's going to be Perez. Looks for Asaji and finds him. Or Kane, rather. Kane still on the ball. Nearly finds Asaji, but cleared out. Back to Lynch. Lynch to Waters now. Waters has Kane, but still on there. Keeps it in. Cross in. Nearly gets on ahead. That's a Perez slips over on the grass. The grass usually ain't this wet at this time of year, but like I said earlier, very good job by the grounds crew, and we might have an injury here. Does anyone here speak Spanish? As we approach a water break, as 22 people have entered this chat, he's going to thank you for coming on as we have a water break here. Um, just to recap, 3 goals from Arizona Arsenal in the first half, and Union Maricopa getting a goal of their own here in the second. Current score 3-1. There was a little bit of animosity at the start of the second half between the two sides, and that was resulting in things getting a tad bit heated, and the intensity did increase a little bit from Union Maricopa being down 3-0. They're now down 3-1, and with 30 minutes left, they could easily get themselves another here. They have a decent bit of momentum. This half has definitely belonged to Union Maricopa. That goal definitely wasn't Flizzy. They've just been playing hard. Union Maricopa have been playing quite hard. We have people from New York, we have a person in the chat from New York, New Jersey. Hello. It's pronounced Marlene Cordova. Hello. We are just about set to finish the water break now. The scoreline. You're just joining us. Arsenal 3, Union 1. And it's been a good matchup so far. Been quite physical. We've had a couple of cards on. Most of them have been, most of them have gone on. Most of the cards have been on Arsenal, but that was early in the first. That was early in the first half. Able to get their pace, or not get their pace back, but figure out where the line was, and were able to calm down a little bit. There was at least one. I believe there was at least one card for Union Maricopa. But as of right now, this current score is 3-1. Big Mac Smoke. I can't really confirm what the extra time will be. Last stoppage time was about 4 minutes. I'm assuming it's going to be a little bit less now. We had the water break. Right now, my guess would be about 2 minutes, but obviously things can change in an instant. We're about set to restart. Arsenal in Union Maricopa zone here, looking to make it 4-1. Now crosses it around. It's Blake Lynch now. Lynch gonna take a shot. It's gonna deflect off a Union Maricopa player and out for a corner. Just had to make sure I was able to see the sideline official. Just barely visible. If he's he's invisible to me if he's at the right angle in front of the Arizona Arsenal 10th. The corner's going to be taken by the number 9, who's going to Union Maricopa player does get a piece. The Union Maricopa keeper rather does get a hand to it, and now another chance for a counter for Union Maricopa. It's a good tackle from Jack Taylor. Now played back by Vidana towards Herrera. Jack Taylor now finds Lynch. Lynch looking for Rodriguez, but he's going to opt to slow it down. Find Kane instead. Rodriguez just couldn't get a piece of it out of play for a Union Maricopa throw. Yeah. Looks like we're getting 2 more players on the field. I see Isaiah Cisneros and Rodrigo Olguin. They're getting set to come on now. Rodriguez. Long shot here from Perez, and that one just goes over the bar. Doesn't take a touch from the goalkeeper. Now we will have those 2 substitutions, Cisneros and Olguin, coming on here to relieve the Arsenal midfield. Renderos will be coming on, so will Waters. Professional players have come off, and replay is about to resume. Let's go hello to the people on the stream. Current scoreline 3-1. All 3 goals for Arsenal coming in the first half. Union Maricopa's lone goal coming in the second. Union's still on the ball here. Now they've lost it. As Brian aside, he just got called offside here. Otherwise, he would have been away. Which I mean, yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense considering the offside call, but instead, just mistimed the run where the last defender is, unless the defender is behind, in front of the ball. Lynch, Saji, Rodriguez. A little bit early on the slide tackle, but does eventually make contact and goes off Rodriguez for a goal kick. Union Maricopa about to sub on a player of their own here as we approach the 75th minute. Perez, another long shot, but same result, but this one was low. Union Maricopa about to make their substitution. Oh, it's going to be the number 24 replacing the number 8. I believe he was a midfielder and definitely is sweating, which implies that he's definitely running quite a lot. Probably the heart of that midfield there. The goalkeeper will be playing this goal kick straight to the defender that usually takes it, and now the defender does take it. As Kane. Another bit for free here. It's Perez. Perez to Rodriguez. Rodriguez still on the ball, and now he gets it to Perez, or gets it to Kane. Arsenal want a penalty. They're not going to get it. Now they need to focus here and make sure that Arsenal, or that Union Maricopa don't have a counterattack, and might be the case here. Good piece of defense from Marco Perez. It's going to be a throw in here. Union are going to be playing real fast now. They don't have much time left. They're at the 76th minute mark now. They need to score 2 goals in the span of about, 15 minutes now? Someone in the crowd chanting for VAR. Unfortunately, this league doesn't have the budget for that. Otherwise, we'd be here for, let's see, till about 10, considering VAR usually takes about 5 minutes, and I'd rather be home at 9. Ball's going to be taken away here. It's going to be Ansu Kane. Asaji just keeps himself on side and will get the ball for his just comeuppance. Long ball for the number 21, but doesn't win the race. Rodriguez does it. A good save from the keeper, and that's still played out. Now it's another chance here. That one's in. The number 21, Rodrigo Olguin, scores to make it 4-1 and put the dagger in the heart of Union Maricopa. It's a 3-goal lead with 14 to play, and that should just about do it. Obviously, crazy things can happen in the UPSL. I've seen it. Very unlucky for the keeper. He did get a really good piece of it, but it just went through his legs, and those are the worst. Those are the worst ones, especially if you're not wearing a cup. And I know that the hard way. I always wear a cup when you're a keeper. It helps. Like, please, for the sake of everyone's sanity. Anyway, it's a kickoff here for Union Maricopa. Olguin gets the 4th goal for Arizona Arsenal. And now you just hope that things don't get physical near the end here. The game is all but won for Arizona Arsenal, and now you just have to make sure that everyone's head stays on straight. Arsenal could make it 5 within the span of a minute, but no one's there for Kane to pass it to, but Arsenal get the ball back almost immediately. Olguin, who just got that goal, to Jack Taylor. Jack Taylor to Brian Asaji. Back to Jack Taylor. Now played around. Blake Lynch now. He's got Asaji. He needs to run out for it. He just gets it. Now it's going to be turned. Good play by Brian Asaji. By Brian Asaji, who's going to cross that in. Joseph Rodriguez can't quite keep it on. But the more that they stay on this end, the less of a chance that Union Maricopa have to win the game, especially considering that their counterattack has been relatively lethal recently. The number 13 just can't quite get back to it, but the Union Maricopa coach, right, rightfully telling his players to keep up the pace because they need to. Pass back to Marcos Hernandez, who's going to play this out. The midfielder, he's got pace. He's looking for Ansu Kane. Can't quite find. Or, yes, Ansu Kane could not quite find him. Number 10 on the ball here for Union Maricopa. Still on it, but now going to be played up. Vidana. Haji. Now plays back here. With Rodriguez. Vidana. It's the captain now. The captain's going to take a long shot, and I mean, it does help for time, I guess, but yeah, there were other options there. But listen, if you're feeling confident there and you're up 4-1, you might as well try it. Get yourself on the highlight reel. I mean, SportsCenter might be watching this. You don't know. Would be really cool to be on the SportsCenter top 10, even if it's just as a broadcaster. Number 4 on it now for Union Maricopa. Passes that in. Still there. Oh, that's a great turn from number 17. He beats another man. He's going to fire. Oh, the finish just wasn't there. That would have been a fantastic goal from the number 17. It would have been his second of the game. But instead, it's going to be out of play. Arsenal will rightfully take their time. It's going to be a goal kick as we approach the 80th minute. In fact, we're already in the 80th minute. 10 minutes to go now, plus additional time. It's going to be played long here. Rodriguez can't quite get a head on it, but going to be played up. Kane. Still Kane. Rodriguez. Vidana. Cisneros. Now playing it out to the wing and out of play for a Arsenal throw. Long shot, surely, and that one's going to go well over the bar. 4-1 the score. As we There's the number 10 now. Again, to the number 17. He's got himself a goal. Good piece of defense there. Going to be deflected out of play for a goal kick. Guerrero to take the goal kick here. And now a chance here. Good piece of goalkeeping there. Couldn't quite get the hand on it. And now the goalkeeper's down. And, oh, geez. Foul, free kick for Union Maricopa. And the goalkeeper is definitely not feeling the best at the moment. He most likely got a cramp of some kind. Once again, it is quite hot out here. And this will add just a little bit of, that'll add a little bit of extra time. But yeah. Well, actually, considering it's a goalkeeper, may have just gotten a knock on the knee. And medical trainer come out any second. Long ball here for Union Maricopa. It's going to go off the head of Marcos Fernandez. I played around here. Narrows to Taylor. Taylor. Sahi. Good bit of defense. And now the sub will come on. Blake Lynch will take the throw in here for Arsenal. Sahi. Oh, taking off the ball. And out of play for a goal kick. 84 minutes gone. 5 minutes to go in regulation, plus an additional couple of minutes of added time. Maricopa on the ball here. Another long ball, and that one. Well, at least we have our cart. At least we have our cart there. As one, that one's going to be retrieved by an Arsenal employee. That goes well out of play. Goal kick Union. And straight back out of play. Off of Cisneros for a Union throw. Kane. Out of play again for a Union throw. As this game is slowing to a crawl at this point with the last portion of this matchup. It might increase ever still. Now a little bit of physicality in that exchange, but it's won by Union Maricopa. And now a chance here. That number 14 is wide open. Not really. And it's a foul on Union Maricopa. A foul committed by Union Maricopa. It's a free kick for Arizona Arsenal. There's a collision there, and it's going to be a Arsenal free kick. Taken quickly here. Blake Lynch on the ball. Bill Lynch. Played back to Taylor. Taylor finds Hernandez. Hernandez. And now here comes. That was Rodriguez, but he was in the best position there. Probably would have been offside if he ran up. Now it is Kane. And so Kane can't quite keep the ball here. Union are going to be subbing another player on. That's the number 24 of Union. Getting that ball up, it's going to be played around. Now played around. Here come Arsenal again. Asaji still keeps it in. Now Brian Asaji, he's got to cross that in. Trying to look for the head of Hernandez, who tries to use his foot, but can't quite get to it. Ansu Kane will still have possession of the ball. He's going to try and go around the Union defender unsuccessfully. Union Maricopa, that ball's going to be out of play for a Arsenal throw. And here comes the substitution for Union Maricopa. It's their number 12 to come on and shore up the defenses. Chances here for Arsenal. Joseph Rodriguez. And in the famous words of Martin Tyler, when England scored a bunch against Germany, it's 5-1 to the Desert Gunners, courtesy of Joseph Rodriguez. And this is going to do wonders for the goal difference, especially after beating Olympians 4-1. Arsenal leading Union 5-1. And they got momentum back after the slow start to the season. They are very much back in that playoff picture they so desperately crave to be in. Here come Union Maricopa. They're going to play this back. They don't want to concede a sixth here in the dying moments of this game as we approach the 89th minute. And out of play for a Arsenal throw, which will be taken quickly by Lynch. Jack Taylor wins it here. And 17 fouls Jack Taylor, and it's going to be a free kick, which Hernandez will swing out towards Oldwin, who loses but quickly regains possession. Another foul, and now might be some frustration fouls here from Union Maricopa. Right now, it's still their ball, or it's still Arsenal ball, and will continue to be Arsenal ball. That's out of play for another corner as we approach nearing the end of this contest. It's been all Arsenal, minus a couple of about 10 minutes where Union Maricopa were starting to fight back, but was stopped quite short. Union gets the Union keeper gets a fist to it, but can't quite hang on to it, and that ball's going to be out of play. Hits a person just sitting there. I don't know if I don't think he's a player, otherwise he wouldn't be there. It's almost as the referee has indicated to the fourth official there will be a minimum of 3 minutes of added time as this play is continuing now. Vidana, the captain, crosses it in and can't quite find an Arsenal man. Blake Lynch on the ball. He loses it. And now Maricopa on the counter. It's going to go off a Arsenal player, kept in by the number 10 of Union Maricopa, who tries crossing that in. It's a race for the ball now that will be won by the keeper, Herrera. One last sub for Union Maricopa to come on now as we approach the dying embers of this match. And Sukane now wins the race, but can't quite get past the Union defender. One last substitution here. It's the number 7 for Union Maricopa to come on. Five one Arizona Arsenal. It might be 5-2 there. That's a bad miss and could lead to a counter here. But it's good play on defense from Arizona Arsenal. Union Maricopa will get the throw in here. And maybe a card here. Both players both players receiving yellow cards there. The Union Maricopa player for attempting to throw the ball at the Arsenal player's head, and the Arsenal player for not being within 10 yards of the throw-in. As we near the end here, one last minute of additional time. As long as we don't get any sort of head loss here, there's already a little bit of head loss, and there's an off-ball incident. Nothing comes of it. Ball goes out of play for a Arsenal throw. Here comes Arsenal at foul here, free kick. It's going to just be a long free kick here just to get it to the other side of the field, make this game official. Herrera, all the Arsenal players on the bench that are left on the bench are standing. They are set to celebrate a big win here at Arizona Athletic Grounds. Final score here, Arizona Arsenal 5, Union Maricopa 1. Arsenal, for the first time this season, have a victory at home. Final score line, Arizona Arsenal 5, Union Maricopa 1. This has been Joshua Buttrick signing off. Have a good night.